expert engineer at Foxit, Jorge Euceda.
Yeah, I'm calling the Foxit API, watch the system connect. Got that document generation, what'd you expect? High volume eSign, put the workflows in the fast.
Hey everyone, nice to meet everyone. Today I'm really excited to showcase our document workflow APIs and tying our document workflows APIs with AI technology. So one of the reasons I'm very excited about this is event sourcing and event modeling. Event sourcing and event modeling are really big when using APIs with AI because it allows you to build very, very robust interfaces. So most of you, I'm aware you know what an API is, but I'll cover it really briefly. An API is a way to interface between different companies or different people or different machines, right? It allows you to automate different systems, and in our case, we offer technology APIs. We offer PDF technology that allows you to generate documents, extract documents from your PDFs, and have dynamic workflows with any type of documents. You can definitely chain those APIs together. And for this specific talk, what I'll be doing is showing a live demo, and I'll be having a workshop. So you guys can follow on. If you have your laptop, you can follow through it and follow through this coding example. So let me head over here to my document workflows. So let me share this link with you guys in the screen. You should be able to go here, document workflows with foxit.pages.dev. You can access this link and play around with our playground that we built here. This will allow you to experience how to tie in AI workflows with document workflows specific. So let me go to that page. You'll see in the introduction what we will be doing in essence, right? What we will be doing is building an HR assistant that extracts data from a resume, matches that candidate to a profile, and generates an HR report based on that resume. And also, we will be storing an audit trail of that event that happens in our document. So yep, this workshop is mainly designed for technical managers or professionals that want to understand how to leverage document generation APIs or really any API with technology, with newer AI technology such as OpenAI 5 mini in this case, as Copy. So by the end of this workshop, you'll be able to extract the content from a PDF, analyze resumes and that honor a specific policy that you would set, and learn how policies can change outcomes with AI in general. By the end of this demo, you would generate a report PDF based on a candidate. And in this case, I will generate this report based on JSON, which is in the audience, I'll use his resume to evaluate how well he does for his job. So some prerequisites that you need to be aware of is that you need some access to a terminal, preferably Visual Studio Code or any ID that you have in hand, and some basic knowledge of REST or JSON in general. So in terms of environment setup, all you need to do is download this zip file that is available in our environment. You'll be able to download this zip file and follow the dependency installation. So let me do that with you here. See if I can see it here. Oh wow, so many projects. Okay, here we go. Awesome. So with this source code, what you will need to do is set up your Python environment, Python virtual environment, and you will also need to retrieve your Foxit API credentials. So you will see a main entry point Python file here, which has configuration credentials for your client IDs and client secret headers for our PDF services and our document generation APIs. I'll explain a little bit deeper on what this code does in a little, but first definitely take some time to download the project source code there and create some Foxit account credentials. I'll use my credentials for this demo, but be aware that you can easily head over to Foxit, click on the Getting Started guide, and follow this tutorial to create an account. Something to know is that this is accessible even after this talk. We will make it available until the end of next week, essentially. So if you need to access it later on your own time, you can definitely do so. Perfect. All right, so let me get started here. Hands-on tutorial. So first, we'll need to open the source code. and get started. First, I would just run this and explain what it does in essence, right? So let me attach my credentials here. 1 second. So I have this folder and head over to my projects. I have it downloaded here. So if I head over here, I'm able to take a look at my Python, and feel free to copy these credentials because I'll be rotating them after the call. So we head over to my terminal, and if I run Python 3 resume to report.py, what this will do is that it'll take in JSON's resume here. It'll take in his resume, and it'll give me a report on him. So let me run that really quickly. So I'll run Python 3 HR reports up here, and it looks like I need to load my VM. So create an environment here. Alright, so I created this VM. As you'll see here, one of the parts of the environment setup is to create your virtual environment. And now I will run source .pm you should definitely see a .pm environment there where you can jump in and be able to actually take part in this. So over to Code Lab, we'll be able to see that. It's right there. All right, so yeah, you will notice after you follow this part, you will need to install pip3 install request, which is Python's REST API library thing. So in order to do so, once you set up your VM, you should be able to do pip3 install request here, like this. And if you get this error specific, you can simply follow this tutorial that it gets you here. So I'll do so. I'll this, and I'll activate my path, and I will set this, and I will install requests. Awesome. So now that's installed request. I see my VM here, and I'm able to refer to Python 3 SMA HR report. So yeah, once this is running, you'll note that different events are being listed in your API call, and this is very important for audit trail purposes when generating HR reports. So you'll see after this HR report is running, what we are doing in the pipeline is uploading the resume, extracting resume data, and it's scoring that with AI arrays. So the important piece there is that once I generate this in my outputs, I will see this HR report for Jason. So Jason Welch got a 0 candidate score for this position. So let me explain why he got this. The reason is as part of our pipeline, we have an evaluation policy. And in this case, we're looking for a software engineer at Foxit, but Jason is our alliance manager. So he has mostly no experience related to coding. Sometimes he's able to get some higher score, but it looks like this time he got it. The candidate score is 0. You can see you were looking for someone experienced in C#, Python, AWS Cloud. Something important to note here is that as part of generating this document, we are attaching a trace ID and policy reference. This is very important because now I'm able to tell either in my database or in some dump of events what happens with that document. So I have an event type, when the run has started, what type of document reference that is, and I have that policy ID, evaluation policy version 1.0. So I know I can tie that document and say, hey, looking at our audit trail, we can go back and say, why was that report generated and how does it reference our specific run, in this case, pipeline run. So now that I've done that, let's say I wanted to evaluate JSON based on another policy. So I've created this evaluation policy 2 in this case. So let me call this version 2. JSON's looking to be an alliance manager, which is more appropriate for his job title. And I have some criteria here, some overall summary and hard requirements. He has to have 5+ years experience in channel sales. He needs experience managing partner relationships and strong communication skills. So in order to do so, let's switch this around. Let's switch the policy around. I'll just make this a 1, and I'll make this the original policy. So now all of the audit trails that are, when I run this policy, will be based on policy version 2, right? So when you do so, and run this resume HR reports, you'll see there that the events are being triggered, and right now we are waiting for HR Assist to get to the point it needs to get to, and you'll see the events are being filled in our log dump here. So let's give that a couple of seconds. You'll see that I'm able to backtrack what the job description is in this case. What's the overall summary? So now I see that built in. I see it's been delivered. Our archive. You can tie this to different eSign workflows if you have, for example, an invoice generation use case. So yeah, if I take a look at the records, now so Jason gets 100, huh? Jason, our senior strategic alliance manager with 14 years of experience. He has a track record of being building and scaling partner ecosystems, recruiting, and he's strongly managing partner issues. Awesome. So, and I also see the trace ID here, policy reference, sorry. So let me take a look at the code that we have. So if I take a look at the each report template, there is a couple of things going on here. One, we are using our document generation endpoints to take a template and convert that into a PDF with the associated data. So this is the basic template that we're using. We have a today field at the top. We have a couple of fields that define that overall fit score. And after we communicate with our OpenAI model in this case, we are able to provide that summary on our case, both extracting and generating the document. So in terms of how this works in the background, I'm able to see the HR report here. You'll see that I am entering my keys for our Foxit APIs. I'm using Foxit as the host here, and I am also communicating with HR Assist here, which is OpenAI's model here. You'll see if I scroll down, there are a couple of things to know. There's a Immunogun function that's responsible for basically emitting all of those events that happen whenever the document is loaded. When document is previewed, we are able to do so. This is how we load the evaluation policy that we have in the inputs folder. And we also have a couple of steps. So it's essentially 3 steps that we take. We extract the text from the PDF using Foxit PDF Services. We call HRS's AI, in this case for the resume analysis piece, to determine if they're a good candidate. And then we call our Foxit document generation API. So those are essentially the three steps we take. And our API is a standard REST API that you're able to use within your own CRM, app portal that you have. And we also provide a very in-depth endpoint tutorials if you would like to know more information about those APIs. But yes, essentially here this is written in Python, and we're able to return those events into our log. And also we have some retries going on here with a laptop function in Python. So if anything went wrong with this demo, I'd be able to know immediately, hey, something happened in this call, and this is why it did not work, for example. Yeah, so we extract the PDF, and then we download that result, which is the text input that we have. Awesome. So you'll see here a couple of emit event calls, and you will see also that we are calling on document generation API. Something to note about how we are using AI in this case, how we're tying AI. We are passing system instructions to OpenAI. Hey, you're an HR assistant. These are the following rules I want you to take notice. And we strictly pass the text, the already structured tests that we built using our Foxit API. In this case, I'm using GPT-5 Nano, and GPT-5 Nano is able to take in that policy as well. You can see we're passing that policy JSON, and we're passing the text of the resident in specific. I would say one important piece there to note is that the policy references is used overall to be able to retry, right? So if we take a look back at our workshop, one of the important parts there is driving auditable and replayable decision frame. I have a policy. I want to be able to tell, is this a canonical job, right? Am I using this job very specific for this specific instance? And can I recall what happened with that document at a specific time? So the JSON policy is used there to score, cap it, and summarize, right? And if you change these fields, for example, if I go back to the JSON Welch example, he got a candidate score of 100. But let's say we were looking for a strategic alliance manager that was entry level. So if I specify must have less than 5 years experience as one of my hard requirements, let me specify a new policy 2.1, you say, and run this again. I will most likely get a very different confidence level here. Okay, so it's calling char assist, and if I take a look at defense, I can see those happening again. And let's give JSON some prior to perform this action. Guys, label that over here. And whenever we get that document generated or decision proposed is when we know that we have gotten to feedback. So yeah, I'll just deliver now. If I take a look at the char records, I am able to see Jason's candidate score is 30 now. So basically he is too senior for this position at this point, very. And even though he has a lot of strengths, he's just not cut F. I would say in general, this kind of HR assistance tool is more of an assistance tool. It's not meant to replace HR in any way. It's meant more of as a quick way to for HR to be able to summarize what they generally look like for in a resume, right? So they're able to quickly get some feedback on whether that candidate matches those expectations. They don't necessarily need to adhere to this strictly, right? It can be a tool for assistance. Yeah, are there any questions thus far on this implementation? Yeah, so if you have any questions, definitely reach out to me. As I mentioned, this will be available for you to try out within this week. So if you want to access this page, you can play around, find ways to interact with AI that you find interesting, and find ways that you can leverage event-driven decisions, right? This event-driven decision is very important, I feel, because it allows you to very specifically narrow down what you need to do in terms of traceability and auditability risks. And we offer many document PDF technology within our document workflows. So one of the aspects that we focus on is for sure high volume document automation and high volume formatting, structuring, and storing documents. All of that within a very compliant framework. So if you need to do, for example, some audits on compliance, you're quickly able to, hey, your PDFs are in a safe space. If you need to do optimization or manipulation, for example, watermarking a PDF, compressing those PDFs, you're able to do so within our technology. And yeah, that would be my presentation. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, I'll be here for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'm calling the Foxit API, watch the system connect. Got that document generation, what'd you expect? High volume eSign, putting workflows in the fast lane. My whole stack is scalable, I'm running the whole domain. I'm calling the Foxit API, watch the system connect. Got that document, trying to read you